Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. Hope you're having a good one. Today's show is going to be short because I'm running a little bit late. I'll make it up tonight, so tune in tonight. There'll be a lot of stuff going on. So let me just rifle through everything a little bit slower than I did in the Crypto Minute. So a New York judge has ruled against the SEC's attempt to limit Tron's arguments in their securities case. So that's actually a big deal. The SEC, like I said, has been taking on a chin for a long time. Not to mention that there's a lot of hoopla around supposedly Gary Gensler's being eyed for the Treasury Secretary position. That's going to upset a lot of people, including me. Just saying, that's not a good move. Coinbase is now going to be offering several coins in New York that were not offered before. We're talking about Near, Aero, VTHO, and PYUSD. That's PayPal. That's PayPal's stablecoin. So those are big moves for those coins, and that's probably helping the market go up as well. VanEck executives remain optimistic about a Solana ETF, even though it's been pulled by the New York Stock Exchange and the CBOE. So I don't know about that. I mean, not just theirs, but there are a lot of companies that were going for it. I don't think it's going to happen. ARC, a Web3 incubator, has gone through a funding round and they were able to raise $4.5 million. So that's actually pretty good. Solana's former top DEX Mango Markets, yeah, SEC charges out the wazoo for securities violations. So we're going to continue to watch that play out. Shytoshi Kusama, I don't know if you know who he is, but he's actually the lead developer for Shiba Inu. He's looking to step down by the end of the year, or at least that's what reports are saying. Sorry to see him go. Don't want him to go. But that's a pretty strong team. I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of other players have been stepping up, for Shiba Inu and speaking out. So I think that person, because I don't know if it's a male or a woman, I think they're handing off, if they do wind up handing off, I think they're handing off to a really strong team. So I don't think that's going to have a negative effect. Let's see, what else? Defunct bank, Kansas Heartland Tri-State Bank. Former CEO Shan Hanes has been given 24 years, convicted of embezzlement and fraud, whole bunch of stuff. That's actually a really big deal. That's somebody who took money in crypto, embezzled money via crypto, and brought down a whole bank. All I can say is all kinds of wow with that. You know what I mean? Just there's a lot of news around banks every year, but I don't think everybody hears about them, right? Sorry about that. My knuckles cracked. So people aren't really paying attention to that, and banks are not as strong as they used to be. They're not as strong as they used to be. Not the big banks, obviously, but the smaller banks, the regional banks, the local banks. They're not as strong as they used to be, and so you have to watch them a little bit more. And that's a sign that you should be watching your bank and what they're doing and how they're doing it, right? It's kind of a big deal. Know where your money is. Something else that's troubling people. Supposedly, Gary Gensler's being eyed for the Treasury Secretary position by the Harris campaign. And that kind of a leak, I don't actually believe it. Right? There's so much negativity about this guy, surrounding this guy, and the different departments that he's been involved in and within the government. I don't see that as a strong possibility. The rumor's out there, but I don't think it's a strong possibility. The press on this guy is just so negative, and he's had so many people just leave because of his poor management. I don't know that he gets a promotion after that. I just don't see it. Then you have some good news out of VanEck. VanEck believes that AI-powered arbitrage by Bitcoin miners could actually have a good impact. And I'm sitting back and I'm going, yeah, you think? That could be a big deal. So I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, one of the things that we should be paying attention to are all these analysts that are out there, right? All these analysts for these big, institutions, because they're putting out their notes. They put out their notes all the time, right? All the time. So find your analysts, start following your analysts on social media. See what they're talking about. See what's, on their minds. See what kind of lessons they're giving, like all the time, right? And the reason why I say that is because they're giving away pearls. They're giving away pearls, and you should be paying attention to that, because these are bits of information that you'll be able to use to help you build your bag. Something else that I'm paying attention to, Metaplanet, out of Japan, they bought more Bitcoin, and their stock jumped 13%. The idea of a company purchasing Bitcoin, for their reserves is becoming a very big deal. And that's something I'm looking at, and I'm just going, yep. So every time I turn around, whatever I do, if I buy, I have to buy Bitcoin. That's my rule. If I buy something, I have to buy Bitcoin. Maybe not in equal amounts, but if I buy this, I have to buy Bitcoin, because I want to build Bitcoin in a major fashion. So if I buy Bitcoin. That's my rule for myself. China updates its anti-money laundering law, and it's affecting crypto, because it's almost saying that crypto is exclusively for money laundering. Now, something else I want you to pay attention to is BRICS is building a payment system based on blockchain tech. I haven't been able to figure out what tech they're using, but they're basing it on blockchain tech. And I'm sitting back and I'm kind of going, oh, so they're going to force everybody into using their CBDC or whatever they build. That's going to be interesting. Half the world to be on that, half the world to be on the current system. We'll see how that works out. Just saying, most wars around the world have started because of money. What else? There's that speculation. I'm still bothered by that speculation about Gary Gensler. I just don't see it. It's not that I don't necessarily see it, it's that I don't want to necessarily believe it. How's that sound? That's really what I'm thinking about, right? Because I just don't see it as an advantage for the United States. I think he's that bad. I really do think he's that bad. So I'm just not feeling that idea. Something else. Floki Inu cut a deal with the Premier League, and now they're cutting deals with so many teams within the Premier League. I said it before, I'll say it again. Floki is moving a lot like Shiba Inu did when that whole team decided, we're not going to be a meme coin forever. We're going to grow up. We're going to mature. We're going to do things. And I think that's what they're doing. Over at Floki Inu. So I'm going to keep an eye on them. I do hold a bag of Floki Inu, so it's interesting to me. Anyway, you know what we should do? That's right. We should get into the numbers. Just give me a moment. Let's get over there. Alrighty. Pull that. Push that. There you go. So on the Grow My Bag Crypto Tracker, we have the top 25 losers. And I want you to pay strict attention to something. This right here. Right there. You see how the losers go straight to zero real fast? Straight to zero real fast. That means we are in an up market at the moment. Okay? Like none of these have I even heard of. So we don't even have to spend any time over there. But if you go to the Grow My Bag Crypto Tracker top 25 winners, well now, a lot of these winners are deep double digits. Let's see, Brett is up 37%. Dog with Hat is up 17%. Let's see, Ave is up 16%. And we won't even talk about, some of these are really good GMB X factors, right? So if you're looking at Ave, they have a 4.11 GMB X factor. Do I think they can achieve? Yes, I absolutely do. When I look at Dog with Hat, do I think they can achieve their 2 GMB X factor? Yep, I do. When I look at Brett, 0.878 X factor, it's brand new, but do I think it can achieve? Of course. I think it's worth a 2x. If I look beyond its all-time high, I think it's a 2x. Let's see. Floki is up 14%. It has a 1.65 GMB X factor. That's absolutely what it can do. So I'm not worried about that. Pepe is up 12%, 1.1 GMB X factor. That's yeah. When I look at FET, the Artificial and Superintelligence Alliance, ranked number 39, up 10%. It's got a GMB X factor of 2.84x. Do I think it can do it? Duh. Yes, I do. No doubt. No doubt about that. Arweave up 10%, 2.88 GMBX factor. Do I think that's achievable? Yes, I do. You know what I should do over the weekend? Over the weekend, I should probably sit down and like do a an update, right? An update on what's going on, and see, on just the coins. Just go down the list and give my thoughts on, just do I think they'll achieve their GMBX factor? Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in, because I'm drastically thinking about it. Let's see who else I'm thinking about. Sui, 73% from off its all-time high, is up 9% with a GMBX factor of 1.4. Oof, yeah, I think it can do it. Book of Meme up 8%, 2.71 GMBX factor. Yeah, I think it can do it. Stacks up 8% with 1.53x. Yeah, that's without a doubt. Bonk, 4.1 GMBX factor. It's up 8%. Do I think it can do it? Yep, absolutely. Singularity.net. I don't know why you're still holding that. I shouldn't even be covering it. Gala is a 44.11 GMBX factor. Do I think it can do it? No. I know that's bothering a lot of people. It's down 98% from off its all-time high. Do I think it can achieve, possibly a double-digit growth? Possibly. Right? I mean, this used to be a high flyer, just a couple of years ago. Now it's, below $1 billion. Do I think it can achieve? If they get out there, make some noise, I think it can do something. Something to pay attention to. Definitely something to pay attention to. Anyway, let's get over here. Fear and Greed Index is at 30. Yesterday is at 28. I'm not paying any mind to it right now. I'm watching the market as it grows, it's starting to wake up. If you look at this total value locked, 92 billion. Yesterday it was 90 billion. If you're looking across, right now, like I said, we bounced yesterday. This is where we were yesterday when I covered, and now we've bounced up a bit. Is it anything to speak about? Not really. It's not a big bounce. It's not a big bounce, but we're above 60. At one point, it was above 61. That's a nice bounce, but it's not a big bounce. But it's something we should be paying attention to, because these are points where you can say to yourself, am I making money? So anybody that was slick enough to buy down here, you're actually asking yourself, should I shave some profit so that when it dips again, you're ready to buy? I can't answer that question for you. I wish I could, but I can't. But you can see all of these coins that are up. However, you're also seeing that none of these coins are at their all-time high. None of them. So that's something else you should be thinking about, right? Now, the big news out there yesterday, I told you guys last night that Tron had overtaken Cardano. And as of today, it's still the case. When I woke up in the middle of the night, Cardano had gotten back into the top 10, but now it's dropped again. So just paying attention to that. How are you looking at Toncoin? It's down from the $7 it achieved yesterday, right? It's down, from the $7. But really, when I look at this, I'm still sitting there going, wow. It's still making moves. 196.92% return year to date. Just saying, there are ways to make money out here. Anyway, I told you guys it was going to be a short show. I have to make it a short show. I got to run. This is Eddie J on crypto4growmybag.tv. If you like what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button. If you can, become a member. Members get benefits. So if you become a member on YouTube, did you know that you automatically get a membership over on growmybag.tv? That's right. We'll get into that a little bit later on as well. Hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.